All right. Let's just give it a sec. Just turn that off. Just give me a sec. All right. All right. We are live and everything looks good. Okay. I need some iron for tonight. We're going to do some mining today. A lot of mining. And we're going to be making a bridge. So, just give me a sec. Some sticks. Just give me a sec. How's everyone doing? I'm setting everything up right now, so. Yeah. Ooh! 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 Wait, let's see. Oh. Man, I'm gonna get one. Just one. And then we're gonna do a 2. And then we're gonna do a 3. Hi, welcome the Dead-Eyed Crow. Welcome to the stream. Tonight, I'm going to be working to build more of my bridge. Well, no, not bridge, but my road. Several months ago, I was working on a road, like connecting all my villages together. And let's just say, I gave up for a while. And now I'm going to be working again on that project. So tonight I'm just going to be gathering resources. But welcome the Dead-Eyed Crow. Hope you're doing well. Alright, let me check something. We should probably get this. Alright, here's the chickens. Well, hold up. Before we go and take care of the farming, we do need to get some shut-eye a little bit. So, yeah. But how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing tonight? Wait up. Alright. Alright. Let's go gather some resources. Perfect. We're going to do like a couple Minecraft streams. And then well, there's going to be a Minecraft stream again on Saturday, Monday, and then on Wednesday actually. And then I will be on a break for a bit. Cool. That's cool. That's wonderful. That's wonderful to hear. Yeah. I just had some a dinner actually, so yeah. I'm a bit full right now, but yeah. I had some white rice with some asparagus with like hot sauce. It was fantastic. I need there to be like some spice in my foods. So, yeah. By the way, if you hear my dog in the background, I'm sorry. Samoyeds talk a lot, so. Yeah. And it definitely does get on my nerves a little bit, but you know, that's it. Anywho, let's see. I've had a lot of cool stuff happen recently. Um, I got my baggage together and took care of everything I need to do for next week. Next week I'm gonna see Bad Religion and the Offspring, and then what's that called? Then I'm going to be flying out to New York City, and then I'll be in Rome. Yeah, it's going to be really going to be very fun, but you know, you're thinking about getting a Lamb of Cult of the Lamb tattoo? Nice. For a sec, I was going to say Lamb of God, which that's a really great groove metal band. But that's cool. Nice. Where exactly are you thinking to get your Cult of the Lamb tattoo? If you were getting it. Like you finalized it, so. Also, by the way, Dad Crow, for those in the chat and you know on YouTube, who may be saying, "Oh, do you guys know each other?" Yeah, we're friends, but you've been getting interested in Call of the Lamb recently. That's cool. It's definitely a fun game. I would maybe in the future I might play that actually, since you inspired me. But yeah, I don't know. Keep depending on the design. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Like, since you brought up tattoos, I'm going to talk about that for a sec. But yeah, I've I love thinking about tattoos. It's like, you know, super fun. I'm like, oh, maybe this would look good or that or anything. And you know, like during this year, I'm going to get like 3 tattoos. When I get back from Rome, I'm going to get a tattoo right here underneath my um, Nordic compass. Then I'm going to get one tattoo here on the chest and then another one on this arm. So, but the one on the chest is going to be during the summer. Like probably like before I do community work, and then like the one over here is going to be during winter time. So yeah, it's going to be cool. Like I have a full idea of what exactly I want to do. And like some people think, "Oh, are you trying to imitate like a certain person for like, you know, the design?" Well, no, not designs, but like, you know, tattoo placement and like all that stuff. No. No, not really. Yeah. Oop. There isn't many people out there that I would compare myself to for like oh, are you going to get like a row of tattoos because it's similar to insert name or something? No. But it's going to take a couple years until I get to the neck here for the vampire bites. So, you know. Maybe if I grow more as a creator in the future, like then I'll get some vampire bites, you know. And then I don't have to be all concerned about you know, oh no, I'm not going to be able to get this job or something, you know, just because of that, but you know, we'll see. Most places, like, how do you say, like something like McDonald's, there was this one guy that I was ordering from, and he had a bunch, and I mean a bunch of cool tattoos. He had the how do you say, the symbol of the from Hinduism. He also had like a Volknut on his neck too, and he had a bunch of cool tattoos. I understand like when it comes to tattoos, um, there is some level of respectability, like depending on what kind of place you work at. But like for a lot of places, for at least what I've seen, tattoos haven't been really a you know, issue. Like they're like, I haven't heard, oh, we're not going to hire you because you have, you know, this kind of tattoo. Like, you know, that's the one thing. Yeah, that's what I would say. Honestly, out of all the tattoos out there that I think are gonna hurt, like the shoulders, like they don't really hurt, no. But like I'm either thinking the chest or the neck. I bet like the neck one is gonna be the extra like more tougher one, but we'll see. I'm gonna be getting like two pieces, one right here and the other one right here. But the second one will have to come in like sometime next year or something. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Let's see how many. Hold up, I need to get rid of something. Get rid of that. Yeah, I think I'm good. But yeah. One of my friends actually, he has like a bunch of really cool tattoos. His first ever tattoo actually. He has like a scarab actually right here. That was his first ever tattoo. And like, how do you say this? He has a lot of cool ones. He also has like a tattoo of what's the name of that dragon? I need help. What's the name of that dragon from the Neverending Story? It's the dragon that is has fur. Well, if any of you guys have seen the Neverending Story, then you know the name, and he has like that on his leg, and it's like super cool. But you know, let me think. I'm thinking I'm gonna get some resources from over here. You know, I'm probably going to be. I'm going to be a very busy bee. I'm going to be working on a video. I'm going to try to get it out before I leave to Rome. Like, maybe while I am, like, temporarily taking, like, before my flight leaves, I can try to, you know, get the video out. And it's going to be a CD collection showing. And it's going to be pretty cool. I know that's going to do pretty well. People like seeing other people's stuff, but not in a gloating way, but like, oh, look at my silly little collection. Well, you know, CD collecting is not silly or anything. It's, yeah, I really enjoy seeing people's collections. It's a part of, like, my interests, of course, and, you know, I'm not personally, you know, I won't object to if a person says, hey, can I show you my collection of rocks or something, or special other cool stuff. I won't object to that. No, I enjoy seeing stuff like that. Vast majority of things, I'm going to sit there and look at the collection. But anywho. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. We're doing really good, actually. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a lot. I'm gonna have a lot of resources to use. Oh boy. You know what I will use? I'm going to probably use this at some point during the stream, because it does look really cool. So, okay, let's see. Yeah, let me think. I'm trying to think what else to talk about. There's a ton of things to talk about. Like, Rome is going to be very exciting. I've talked about this before, and you know what? I will dig it up again when I say this. But, like, I've tried to describe this to other people, and for the most part, they understand. But like, mm, when you hear about all these places from around the world, like Bangkok in Thailand or Rome or even in like the United States, they're like, "Oh, I'm going to go to New York City." And like, it feels like a very far away place and doesn't even feel real because it's like so far out of your, you know, area to like even imagine doing something like that. Like, these places are real, yeah, but like because of like financial stuff, you just can't really imagine it. And like you do have some negative Nancy's out there who will say, "Oh, we can't afford that. Don't even think about it." Like those kinds of people. And like no, I don't really like that. No. You can fantasize about it and everything and just be like, "Yeah, it would be super cool." But like there are like those kinds of people that are like very they want to stay, well, how do you say this? Let's see who wins. Oh. Oh no. Hold up. Oh yeah. Hold up. There's just some people out there who will just kind of be a party pooper. Sometimes they mean well, but then the other times, like, they act a bit smug when they will say, "Oh no, that's never gonna happen. Don't even think about it," or anything like that. Like, don't really care for those people because nobody really likes that. But anywho, yeah, I'm very happy about it, and I can't wait to go over there. It'll be very fun. I was actually watching a video earlier. Speaking of Bangkok, but I was watching like a zoo video. It was like a walkthrough. Oh no, like a walking tour video, and Bangkok. Oh my goodness, it just looks fantastic. I would love to visit. That zoo is like really cool. Like I'll link it when this comes out to YouTube tomorrow. But how do you say this? The people in the car, well, in this truck, it has like bars and everything like that. They would drive kind of like in a safari, and they have like buckets of meat, and when they go up to like the tigers, the people would pull out the meat and start like feeding the tigers. And then like from a distance, obviously, but people would throw like when they would go over to the hippo exhibit. That's when they would feed the hippos and throw like watermelons, I even saw like loaves of bread and like other cool stuff like that, just throwing it in there. And it's like, man, that's super cool. Yeah. It kind of reminds me back when I was living in Pennsylvania. No. Well, yeah, both Pennsylvania and in Alabama. But, well, I'll talk about the Alabama one first, and then I will talk about um, the one in Pennsylvania. We're going to be talking about like safari kind of, you know, driving zoo exhibit things. We would drive over into Georgia. I believe the place is like close to what's that place called? Columbus, Georgia. But you would have to pay like a certain amount, and then they would give you like a little bag of treats, and you would just see all their different animals. And like they did have like some lions and tigers behind like some bars when you're driving, and you can't get out of the car. Like, don't even think about it. But yeah, no, they had like all these different cool grazing animals in the area: zebras, buffalo, and like all these lovely kind of animals. But anywho, I can't remember the name of that safari zoo for the life of me. And I apologize. But if you ever look up like safari zoo in Google or Bing or any other thing like Yahoo, like it will come up in the search results. And then like if you live in the South in the United States and you want a good safari experience, I really recommend you go to that place. And now when it comes to Pennsylvania, I actually remember the name of this zoo and the safari itself, but it's called Lake Tobias. And it's basically the same as the one I was describing for Georgia, but you would be in like these tour, like there would be a person that would be telling you everything about the animals. And like, well, both of them also have like sections where you can go like and see the different animals in the different exhibits, like outside of the safari area. It was really fun. I want to go do that again. Maybe like when I do community work in my area, then I will try to go to Pennsylvania and spend time with family, and then go to that zoo if I have the time. Because Lake Tobias is awesome. It kind of reminds me when you're in those like safari kind of attractions. It kind of reminds me of like being in the fields where like the dinosaurs would be like from Jurassic Park. They would be grazing, and then you would see like bronchiosauruses and all this other cool stuff, And then you can say, it is true, they do move in herds. Like that kind of stuff. without seeing a Tyrannosaurus Rex, obviously. But, you know. Yeah. Good times. I went there in my, how do you say, early teens. Yeah. That was when I was living in rural central Pennsylvania. When I went to middle school. And that was pretty interesting. But anywho. Alright, come on. Let's see. Ooh. Lava, oh dear. Okay, let's go this way. Alright, let's see. I am going to be streaming for quite a while. So if you are doing something like besides watching the stream or anything like that and you need to do something, you can always play this in the background and just listen. Because I do that occasionally with, with certain creators. And I feel like, I need to do something, but I also want something in the background. Like besides a YouTube video or music, I would play either a podcast or a stream or a VOD of a streamer and just like do what I need to do, you know? That's what I try to do, at least when it comes to the streams. Like, I want that kind of environment where you can, do stuff like that. Okay. Apparently, someone, how do you say? There's this person that I matched with, essentially, and on a dating app. And hopefully it works out. I don't know. It would be nice if, like, that would, if it goes well or anything, yeah. Alright. Okay. I'll let you guys know how it goes. And not like give any personal like details. Obviously no, but like uh-oh. Hold up. Just small stuff, you know. Hold up. Lovely. All right. Okay. So we have to make a small. So we have to make a distance around like there. So let me count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold up. This is a good time to use the spear. Ooh. Whoa! Ooh. Whoa! Ah, come on. That was pretty good, though. It did get some knockback. Well, knockback on that, so. Yeah. Whoa, okay. Hold up. Okay. Ah! Respawn. You know what? Here. I feel like we're going to get some distractions that way, so let's go take care of this with some backup if I need some. Just because. But look at this place. It's just looking fantastic. Lit up and no creatures in sight that can cause like some damage, you know. There we go. Perfect. When I get finished with the stream, actually, that's when I'm gonna like chat with this person, and we'll see. It's been like a couple of years since I've actually been in a relationship with someone, and you know, I do want like, you know, to get back into the scene and meet someone and see where it goes from there. But you know, yeah. Oh, hold up. So, okay. So when the next person, well, when they come back, some more creatures like that, I will be prepared. So let's see. Oh, hold up. Ah, perfect. Thank you. Let me see how many I should build. Oh. That's one kind of creature that won't. Oh. Oh well. Let's just do like 3. No, one more. Yeah. Okay, sure. That looks good. Perfect. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Go. Need to count how many that is. Yep. Go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, rude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's some crazy creatures down there. All right. Uh-oh. Golem. Golem. Yeah, get him. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Perfect. Uh-oh. Come back here. Okay. But if we don't finish this by tonight, we will try to get this done by Saturday and Monday. But with Monday, well, no, excuse me, next Wednesday, we'll try to do something a bit different when it comes to building, or we can just continue with this road. Whatever comes first, you know. Hold up. Let's just lock these guys away. Lock them away into the darkness they go. Okay. I kind of want this whole thing to be connected, kinda. So there will be some effort to make it perfect as much as we can. So that will be like the main goal of everything. So we'll see. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay. You see how much it takes? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You know what? We're going to make this extra row just for like the launch pad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let's just do this quick. Just as the launch pad. There is some level of perfection I want to, have when it comes to like make it as much perfect as I can, just for design purposes, but also like I want this to be like a really cool, grand thing. Takes a lot of time to build, just because. Ooh. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Come on, move. Oh, well, kind of looking at that llama for a sec, it kind of reminded me actually about the zoo thing again. That was actually the first time where I was spit at by a llama. Well, actually, wait. Yeah. That zoo in Georgia was the place. Actually. But that's the least of my concerns when it comes to like llamas. Llamas, they can be really nasty. Not all of them. And it's just like they can't help it. Like there are really nice llamas, but then there's like some where it's like, they don't like a person. Like llamas are known for not just their spitting. Well, maybe you might find this interesting. But when it comes to llamas, they were not just used to help carry stuff in Peru. Like people would use llamas to not just like carry a lot of stuff like donkeys. Like they were also known for protecting what's that one? Alpacas. And when a predator would try to come in and try to kill the alpacas, llamas would grab the predator with their mouth and then use those hooves to like cut them open. And that's like, when I learned about that, I was like, oh my gosh. I'm not messing with a llama anytime soon. I wouldn't, because they're cute. And secondly, in that aspect, no, they can be pretty, they can be quite something. Also that's another interesting country, actually, Peru. I would love to visit Peru. I also watched a video about Peru as well, and that was pretty cool. I love learning about different countries, and I would love to visit a ton of them. Like, there's this one place in Peru called Machu Picchu, and it's a really cool city in the mountains, actually. In the Andes, actually, yeah. It's mm, it was pretty cool how like these people would, make these elaborate cities in the mountains, and how their cultures, like uh, mm, existed. Yeah. And their descendants still live to this day, actually. The Inca. Like, there's a ton of different, how do you say, groups that have, like, ancestry dating back to the Inca. And, yeah, they're pretty cool. And I learned about Machu Picchu from PBS, actually. I believe it was an episode of on Nova. And Nova, for those who haven't watched PBS, or maybe you live in like a different country, because we do have people who, watch the stream from different countries. But PBS, the public broadcasting system, it has like a lot of great programming on it. And Nova, is a science-based television program, actually. Very good one. Like, probably the most well-known show on PBS. Like, everyone knows it. And it's Sesame Street, actually. Yeah. Oop. Wait, let me see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh. I can leave this as like a... Oh, I don't know. A light thing, I guess. Put a light here. Yeah, let's go light it up a bit. But, yeah. Unfortunately, they have received budget cuts because of not by them, but by the administration, and that really sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they've been depending a lot on well, no, like in every single well, they've been depending on like regular people like you and me for years, but now it's more crucial than ever to, support them. So, yeah. You know what? Maybe I might actually provide a link so you can like go support PBS, and like, yeah, it's a really good channel. And also like thing in general. Oh boy. Perfect. Yeah, I'll just provide a link to their website, and then like they'll have like a donate button, and like you can donate and do all that good stuff. Like honestly, like I kind of like when I was growing up, PBS was always in the background. Like I did not really watch it much when I was younger. Like I say, when I was younger, my my babysitter would actually put it on, and like it was always educational, and like at the time, I was like, oh no, I want to watch a different kind of cartoons before I do my homework or something. But then, like, as I've grown older, I've kind of realized that, like, no, it was good. Matter of fact, like, I say this for their children's programming. Actually, they had a ton of great shows teaching about science, and of course, like, you know, grammar, the ABCs, and all that kind of stuff. And then, like, for adult audiences, they had like all these good like shows about like cooking, like with Milk Street, America's Test Kitchen, and like Antiques Roadshow, like a lot of good stuff like that. Like obviously a bunch of older people watch that, but like no, honestly, like I've really thought about and realized just how important this kind of like you know programming is. It really is. And it's a shame that there's some people out there who just don't really recognize it. So, yeah. One, two. Yep, that's all I'll have to say regarding that. It kind of really is crazy that, like, things that are considered minuscule or, like, as we grow up, we're like, oh, I hate this just because it's not, like, what I personally like at that moment. But when you, like, grow up, like, then you start, like, recognizing its value and appreciating it. For at least those who do think about it, like they sit down and say, you know what? Yeah, no, this was a public good. It's so easy to like say, oh no, this is bad, until like you actually like sit there and actually think about it, and you start saying, no, it's good for everyone. There are some people who are much um, older out there who still don't get it until they do. Like some people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, hell, even 60s, who like depend on that kind of programming. But, yeah. Oh well. Oh yeah, another interesting thing about it actually is that just give me a second. There we go. That's good. Like there, I was just thinking about it, but like, hmm, like trying to figure out the best way of putting it. Come on, golems, do your job. Do your job. There we go. Uh oh. We need some reinforcements here. Perfect. Haha. Here, let's just get rid of this. All right. Now I remember what I was going to say. When it comes to PBS, I know I'm talking about PBS a lot, but you know it is one topic that should be at least talked about. You know, but what's cool about PBS is that they would also get like television, like mystery shows from the UK specifically. Like, I thought that was always cool. Like, they would have Death in Paradise, you know, another really fantastic show. It has like for a couple seasons they would have like a certain detective on the island in the Caribbean, and then like the person would investigate like a murder. And no, it was I think it's still going on, but I'm not too sure. It was a really good show. And then you had uh what's that? Sherlock. They had Sherlock on there with Benedict Cumberbatch playing as I'm trying to think, Sherlock Holmes. They would also have like can't remember the guy's name, but he plays as he's played in a couple British movies. The best one I can like recognize, like say, oh yeah, like if you look up the movie, then you'll be like, oh, this guy. If you ever look up the Hobbit, live action Hobbit movies, the guy who plays as Bilbo, that actor, he plays as how do you say? He was just in. I was. I say. Watson played as Watson. Yeah. Very cool. They also like when the show was still going on, they would even like have Downton Abbey, another show indeed that for a period of time, that show, like I knew a lot of people who watched Downton Abbey. Like it was kind of comparable to like what's that thing called? To Game of Thrones in a way. Like in terms of like the popularity. Like everyone's like, "Oh, someone in this episode had done this kind of thing in the kitchen, or like anything else like that. That was also during like middle school too. Yeah. It was interesting. It really was. Hmm. You know, I try not to think about like those times because the thing is about me is that like I've talked about this before. It's not a trauma dump when I say this. But like I had friends but I didn't really get to like go over to their house and like, you know, play a game with them or hang out or anything. So like I would go to school and then I would come back home and then like play with my action figures and you know, maybe watch a thing or two on YouTube or a movie or show. And like that was like the majority of my childhood, yeah. Like I don't know. Again, I don't try to think about it just because like it does make me upset because when I hear other people talk about their time growing up, it also makes me say, "Oh, you got to do that? That's crazy." Like stuff like trying to think. Well, with like gaming for example, that's a great and I mean even great example actually. Like I did not like other than like go over to a friend's house or even like, you know, see my dad and then like play on the Xbox or the Wii. I did not get to play any like video games really besides Minecraft on my iPad actually and like mobile games like that. No, I did not get that opportunity. So I feel like a felt like a level of disconnect because I did not get to like especially when people talk about gaming, they usually talk about like PS2, PS3, and then the PS4, and then like Xbox, um, 360, and Nintendo and all that stuff. It's like they talk about it so fondly, and you know, like people in my generation, older Zoomers, and you know, it's like I don't know. We didn't have like enough money to like well I didn't even ask just because like no it wasn't really I never really felt comfortable because that was like a lot of money but you know like with this PlayStation that I have my very first PlayStation being PlayStation 4 like when I got it like I can go grab it because I haven't like connected it like not yet. When I get the new stream room, I will. But when I got my very first PlayStation, like a part of me was like saying, "Wow, this is it." You know? I don't know if like other people, like for other people out there who have always had like access to like these kinds of games, consoles and everything like that, like they say, "Oh, whatever." But, to me at least, a person who did not grow up with these kinds of things, like, in terms of, I say, like, ability to, like, play, like, these kinds of interesting games, like, you know, it came as, like, a wow. The thing is here. Let me go grab it. And then I'll put it away. This is it. This is my PlayStation. Yeah, this is a refurbished one. I actually do need to go to the restroom, so let me just face you this way, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Whew. Perfect. I'm back. All right, let's see. Let me find some iron. Well, no, I have some iron. Awesome. Okay. I'll put this right here. I'm gonna let my phone charge. And we're going to get some more iron. Well, excuse me. We're going to get some more, we need some more stone. Okay. Alright, we're going to work towards getting more. And we need to get rid of some of this stuff. Oh my goodness. Sorry. For a sec, I was thinking I was in Hightail still, actually. There we go. When it comes to the controls. By the way, we will still play Hightail. Like, that will be a permanent game that I will be playing. Alongside with Fortnite. And Minecraft, obviously. So. Well, actually, here, let's just... We need to work for the night. That's what we will do. Okay, we have a lot of torches, so there isn't like a lack of torches. Yeah. This trip to Italy will be like I will be working like through like making like a Rome video, yes, but it's also going to be like a break too, which that will be really nice. I'm going to be honest with you, like when it comes to uh people in general, like I have been like a bit like exhausted just like I don't know, I just hear all this like whining and all this extra stuff. Uh-oh. Like mm, I don't mean as in whining as like, you know, people talking about like serious things and like no, obviously no. Not that. I'm not referring to that. No. But just like I'm trying to remember like no, I wouldn't even maybe whining wasn't a good word for it. But like rinse and repeat, just do the same things over and over again and like yeah, I just get like I want to do something new and interesting. Like that one episode in SpongeBob actually with what's his name? Squidward, where he is constantly doing the same thing. There isn't anything new happening, and then he gets bored. Like that kind of stuff. If you know, like, your existence is just that, and you just kind of get a little bit mad. Well, no, not mad, but you get exhausted with, like, having, like, the same monotonous things go on. And when I go up to Canada or visit, like, you know, just just do fun things like that, it really lightens up my mood and just like makes me more positive in general. Like when I go to a concert, for example, just as an example, a concert to me gets me out of that like schluck. As in like I'm like uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here. Perfect. We need to get rid of some of this stuff. Here, let's go down here. Concerts just get me in a better mood. And just like, you know, I can have fun. And people who also enjoy the same things as I do, they are also there too. Like, yeah. Sometimes, like, it's kind of hard for people to relate to me sometimes, you know? And it's like, when I go to a show, like a metal show or a punk show, or even to like a golf night or something, that people have like the same interests as me. That's like a big thing that makes me extra happy. And for the vast majority of times, I've never had a negative experience. And like it's like a break from like the monotony of uh kind of like to take it back to what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, like how there's like some people out there who will say because it's like unaffordable or like not like they will even like discourage you from even like dreaming about like wanting to go to see a different country or like visiting a place or anything because like that is a reality. Most people don't get to visit the places they want to, but like even the dreaming aspect of it, like those people are like dicks. Like I feel like there's some people out there who like purposely drag everyone else down to like make them feel a bit more superior, like or not even that, just because you know apparently being a dick is like mm, a new virtue, I guess. I don't know. Or just be mean for the mean, like for the sake of it. Like, and you know what? Actually, no. I guess that's what I will refer to it as. When I say whining, and when it comes to like dealing with people, those kinds of people that like they get upset when you are enjoying life, and then they will like make sly remarks at your expense, and then they'll be like, you know what? Remember too, you can't afford this or something, or oh, like remember you can't do that because of this. It's like, geez, can you just shut up for a bit, please? I I don't know if I'm indicating it. Well, I guess. Well, I bet you guys can understand, but I've dealt with these kinds of people before. The people like when I got into the affiliate program, for example, there would be some people who would make sly remarks and then like try to like say all this like negative stuff when I would celebrate, because I've worked hard to get into the affiliate program, and then like you give those people the middle finger. Absolutely, yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, you get it then. Like, sorry, I didn't see your chat message came in, but no, like no, those people you give the middle finger, and like this is some advice, and I do need to take it myself, but remember that like even with like how do you say this? How do you say this? Nobody is obligated to be around you, nor are you obligated to be around them. It doesn't matter if it's a toxic friend or like a family member. Like, you yourself are not obligated to be in that kind of situation. Like when I say, "Oh, if you want to subscribe and you can't, then that's completely fine." Like some people will say, "I'm begging." When I say that, no, I say that just because it's kind of expected of me, and also because I want this to be a career, and I try to be transparent, and all that kind of stuff. It's those kinds of I try not to curse too much, but assholes. It's those kinds of people that I say are the people who whine. And again, when I say whining, I'm not saying like people who have like people who are like legitly like bringing up something that is important. No, but the people who whine about like other people enjoying their life and everyone else is being dragged down by that person. That's what I refer to. At least in this moment. I've had to deal with a lot of those kinds of people. So, yeah. Okay. Perfect. But no, I hope you're doing great today. I was going to say, hey, if you're seeing ads and you don't want to see those ads, you can always subscribe. I was going to say that, but you know what? For tonight, I'm not going to. So, you're doing good. I was destroying everything in battle fights. Oh, you're referring to Fortnite? Nice, dude. Nice. That's good. Matter of fact, that's wonderful. Yeah. Apologies if I was ranting, but it wasn't really a rant. It was more of like getting it off my chest. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. I have a lot more stone. By the way, it's kind of hard for me to um you know, well, how do you say this? I don't know how to say that username, but I know it's you, Snake, so you know. Yeah. I usually speed grind realistics, but for me, using build fights to practice crosshair placement. Oh, that's pretty cool. And you know what? I've seen your streams, and you do really good with those. Honestly, like I know you've been practicing for like years now. By the way, for people on YouTube, this is another friend of mine, and like all that stuff. So if you're like, huh, where did this come from? Just know that's what I'm also doing. But anywho, yeah. Let me think. Oh, I'm gonna be playing Doom Eternal when I get back from Italy. It's gonna be really cool. Doom Eternal, but it's gonna be the DLC, Ancient Gods Part One, and that's gonna be really cool. I was a little bit. I replayed Doom Eternal again, just so I can practice, and you know what? I even might like re-download it again on Xbox so I can like practice. That's a game I practice in. I really enjoy Doom. You know. All right. Yeah. Uh-oh. You know what? We'll get this stone when we actually get down there. Like when we get rid of all this stone up here, then we'll go grab it. So Like from here, we'll grab all that stuff when it drops down there. But yeah, Doom Eternal. Well, Doom in general, I really love those games. I got to play a little bit, like partially of Doom: The Dark Ages when it was on what's that called? The Xbox Game Pass. When it was on the Xbox Game Pass, I played that game like a lot, and it was really fun when it was on the Game Pass actually. And you know what? I'm also gonna be really like curious, like when the next Doom game eventually comes out. Like I'm curious, like what they're gonna do. Well, no, when the new DLC comes out, same thing, but I'm holding off on Dark Ages until I get a new PC. You know what? Yeah, yeah. You know what? I am going to like play that on stream, like when I get a better PC too, actually. And then when I do that, it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm going to be investing into like getting a like new PC, and then get like a little camera thing. So like I'm using the monitor camera, but I'm gonna try to like get like a you know let me think. I'm gonna get one that I can put right here, right to the next to me, and then I can just like do stuff like that. It's gonna be really cool. Okay, Let me look at this. You might want to get a AM5 PC since the Riser 7980X 3D is currently is the best CPU for gaming, and get a C920, but it is a 720p webcam. Yeah, no, I'm gonna definitely work into doing that, just because it will be really fun. So yeah, but what was I gonna say? The last thing I was gonna say before I want to talk about Doom a little bit. This kind of was I was kind of talking about it like when it comes to those kinds of people, but you know what? Like what you said, Snake. Like you don't need toxic people in your life. You can like remove them and say fuck off, or well, no, you can do that and the other thing, but you can grind and do as much as you can, not just in streaming and content creation, but in anything you want to do in life. And then like by achieving what you want in life, those people, they can't say those kinds of things anymore without them looking like a dumbass. By you achieving what you want to achieve in life, that's like the ultimate own. And I really do hope that once I grow more as a creator, that like those people who say, "Oh, you're like they try to say stuff where you like they'll say, "Oh, you're still this loser, who doesn't have a life or anything." And then you can look at them and say, "Bitch, I'm trying to make my livelihood by doing this." You know what I mean? Or if you're like a musician, you can like, when you grow more as a musician, you'd be like, "Look at this." You know? Especially since I have a high chance of making. Yeah. And you know what? You like when they try to do stuff like that, reflect reflect it back at them, and then with your knowledge say, "What are you doing? You're not doing anything." Like use that kind of language against them if they are going to still like not treat you with like respect or like that kind of stuff. That's all I have to say on that. I'm usually one that says no to hyper aggression, but a part of me like I need to get my pickaxe. I forgot about it. But like I try to embody the energy of like hardcore punk, like especially like Henry Rollins. And if any of you guys know about Henry Rollins before he became like an actor or something, like before he became an actor, he was actually a well-known vocalist for Black Flag, and I believe his other band was the Rollins. But sums up my crash out on someone defending a pen. Yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, in that kind of situation, no, you need that kind of thing. If someone is defending a person that is, a horrible person that's done those kinds of heinous things, then yeah, you need to, right, make it. How do you say this? Turn up that aggression a little bit and be like, "What? You're defending this piece of shit or something?" Like, yeah. Just give me a sec. But no, if any of you like not current day Black Flag, but if you ever look up Black Flag with Henry Rollins, if you ever do that and look at like old concert footage of that man, like I really suggest you do, because like he is like I would say like during that time in his career, he embodied hardcore. So in a very like wild way. Not everything Henry did, like he took out his anger a lot on people. Like there's this one concert back in like sometime in the early 80s. Black Flag went on tour, and they went to Germany, and some person threw a beer bottle at Henry in the head, and then he stopped the show and he started like going after that person. He's like, "Why would you throw a fucking beer bottle at my head?" And like he really started like raising up the aggression. When you're dealing with an asshole who is, that kind of person, who's being terrible to you, kind of like with Henry Rollins, you need to raise up that aggression and be like, and also point out their hypocrisy. If you can look at a person who's giving you a bad time, and then you like embody the energy of like, someone you look up to, or someone that you're like, yeah, I can, this guy, I kind of vibe with him, and you can do that. It's like a really positive thing. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not saying like commit violence. No, never. Violence is never an option to, accept. Obviously, no. But, you know, speaking aggressively and like, how do you say, body position and everything, where you're like, why are you doing that? Like, that kind of stuff. Like, that's like, it can be positive. So, same thing how I crash on bullying and. I see. But no, like, I say this. When I'm dealing with those kinds of people, I try to embody the energy of a person that, you know, I can say, "Are you really serious? You're going to do this kind of crap?" You know? When it's like something like a bit more serious, or like, when you finally say, "Oh, I can't do this anymore." You know? Another person that, has that kind of aggression, but also is like, you know, honestly, he is very much like an inspiration to me. He's also a vocalist, a musician. But Keith Morris of the Circle Jerks, he was originally the vocalist of Black Flag, actually. But then he went on to work with other people to make the Circle Jerks. And the thing is that like he's not hyper aggressive, but how he talks about certain stuff, like you can tell that this man is very passionate about what's being talked about, and like, yeah, love Keith Morris. He's good. And also, if you haven't heard the Circle Jerks, you should. They're another really great hardcore punk band, actually. I actually have um, their I have a live audio album and their one show from 2004 on DVD, and it's really cool. And the show itself is at the House of Blues, and it was really cool. Definitely enjoy myself some Circle Jerks. So, Oh my god! Did you just see that? I fell. Oh my gosh. Is there anyone else? No. That's all I can think about. Like when it comes to like, oh, you know what? I need to fix that. Hold up. That was ridiculous. What was I thinking? Okay. Oh, my neck. Alright. Oh, let me just get rid of this. By the way, if you want to see the Circle Jerks, they're currently, I believe they are touring right now in Japan. So, if you are, wanting to see them and you live in Japan or anything, I really recommend you go check them out. Go buy their tickets and see them live if you can. They're really cool. Yeah. All right. Almost done. Whew, man. Perfect. All right. But anywho, yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend. Gonna be very good weekend. So, yippers. All right, let's see. Oh, I was going to talk about Doom. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new Doom DLC for Doom: The Dark Ages. It's gonna be pretty cool. I hope to see more of that Eldridge universe. Actually, that'll be pretty cool. But what was it gonna do? What was it gonna do? Oh yeah, when I do play Doom Eternal, um, what was it? Ancient Gods Part One. I will work behind the scenes to play. Um, I'm gonna get like what's that called? iHeartRadio. Um, and get this subscription to like play the music, and I will make it so that when we play games or need like background stuff, there will be some music in the background. And when uh, we do that, we will be playing some like fun music, fun music like oh, I don't know. Maybe like whatever I think is like the best mood setter. Like maybe like some misfits or like uh what else? There's a lot. I know there's a lot of stuff that I could play. They, would be like a good mood thing. Maybe like uh the Creep Show is another good one, and like the Cramps and System of a Down, maybe some Guns N' Roses and Green Day, and like Black Sabbath, a bunch of stuff like that. Just for not just mood, but also to like have stuff in the background, and also I enjoy listening to something or like other stuff like that, and you know. Oh, by the way, if any of you guys do want like a good, like a few Misfits songs, like if you ever want to listen to them, I would say like good songs to listen to is like Return of the Fly, TV Casualty, We Are 138. In addition to like Bullet and Attitude and Angel Fuck. Those are some good songs. If you can look them up on Spotify, YouTube, or anything like that, I recommend it. Those songs are fantastic. Or also Hybrid Moments, another good one. All right. Perfect. Let me see. Oh my gosh, we have a lot. All right. Hold up. Let me see if I can. Well, it's okay. Perfect. By the way, if any of you guys have ever used the spear, it's a really effective weapon. Like, it gives like a good pushback, actually. I'll fix that some other time. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. That's been taken care of. Perfect. It's kind of crazy that tomorrow is Friday, actually. I'm super excited. You guys have any plans for Friday or for the weekend in general? Mm. Uh-oh. Come on. Take care of it. Ugh. Ah. All right, let's go. Woo! Perfect. I'm going to get some good food on Sunday, and I'm going to be streaming on Sunday and Monday. And then, yeah, I'm going to just do some cool Minecraft stuff. So, yeah. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And all that good stuff. Having you guys here is like, you know, something that I appreciate. I don't think I express it enough, but I do. But, you know, I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for everyone who's been coming and like watching the YouTube stuff and everything like that. Like, you know, it's you guys that, you know, help me get, who motivate me to continue. Like, yeah. This is a, you know, like a career choice that I am going for, and, you know, yeah. It's a, you know, since the sun is coming up, it does, like, you know, it's like a tunnel of hope for me. Content creation and just everything like that in general. Like, and I just can't express how much, like, I am thankful for you guys. Yeah. Big motivator. But anywho, enough with that sentimental crap. Let's just keep going. Let's see. Oh no, we have to keep going from. Oh crap, okay. You see how long it takes? It takes a long time. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We might make some stairs one of these days, but we'll see about that. Okay, let's see. Let me see how many of these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So then we just put like a couple this way, just so I remember. And let's just fill this in. Uh-oh. Let me just throw this out. Let me just eat a little bit. Wow, we're almost, we're doing pretty good. We just need to get over there, there, and then there. This is going to be a long, and I mean very long, way to get to, like, the ocean. But, you know, as you can see, I'm dedicated. We're going to keep going. We won't be able to, like, get all of this done, but that's why Saturday and Monday are going to be very important. We're going to keep going until we get to the ocean. And then we will make this bridge cross the ocean. Like, it will be above the ocean. And then we're going to connect the villages on the other side. And then we're going to make those, like, a part of the Utopia Empire. So, yeah. This is going to take a while, but it's okay. Things take a long time until they manifest into reality. With time, of course. Let's see. Just keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. You know, just like in what's that called? Finding Nemo. Actually, yeah. Ho 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 ho. You know what? I'm gonna like go forward and then like just make this a continuous line forward, and then we're gonna go up that mountain side. So, okay, but that means we have to get rid of that tree. Let's go do that. But yeah. All right. Here, let's just get rid of this. Keep going. Let's see. This too. You know, I kind of find it funny, like, since like playing Hytale then to Minecraft right now, like, I enjoy both games, but sometimes the logic kind of like mixes in with each other. So when I cut down a little bit of this tree, I'm like, oh, it's going to disappear. But no, I have to keep going. You know, that's the funny thing about it. When you play Minecraft and then play Hytale and then back to Minecraft, it's like, you know, you kind of have to let the logic of certain parts of the game, like, remind you. Unless you use mods. That is true, but we're not using mods in this game. Maybe in the future I'll play Minecraft with mods, but the base game I want to do. Actually, what is your favorite mods? if you have like any favorite mods, I mean, not mobs. Mine would have to be like, it's a classic, and it is a classic for a reason, but um, the Twilight Forest mod, and also uh, more animal mods. I think it's called. And then there's the superhero mod, where you have like different tools to be like certain superheroes. And then there's the archaeology mod, and then Alien versus Predator mod. Ooh, okay. Biomes of Plenty, Tinker, Constructor. Mo Creatures. That's the name of it. That's the name of it. I was thinking, oh, Mo Animals. No, it was Mo Creatures. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, those are classics. Another really good one is the Afer mod, which I he's a piece of shit, but I remember when I was growing up, like what's his name? Tobuscus. I he's terrible. He's a very terrible man, but when I was growing up, like he was the first ever Minecraft YouTuber I watched actually. Yeah. And when he would like uh you know go to the Aether, I was like, "Oh, you can do that in Minecraft?" And when I did it in Minecraft in the base game, I was like, "Oh, it's not working." But then like I learned about mods, and then I'm like, "Oh, okay." Younger me, like I remember on my iPad, I would like make the circle, and then I would fill it with water, and then I would throw a diamond into it just to like have like the portal and everything. you know, that was a funny little thing a younger me did. Well, let's just. Mm, you do funny things. Sometimes you're like, oh, in a video game or in this YouTube video, I can do it too. You know, that's that's the one thing. Oh, another popular Minecraft. Well, when it came to Minecraft growing up, there were a couple creators I watched. Tobuscus was the first one, and he's a terrible man and everything. Like, where I'm not watching that guy or anything. He's just terrible. But anywho, um, I quickly grew to watch popular MMOs, and then um, because of my sister, I was introduced to what's that guy? Stampy Longnose or Stampy Longhead, whichever one you prefer. And he was like another, and I mean huge one. I really respect that guy. I saw he recently released a Hightail video in comparison. Like there was like a version of his lovely world in Hightail. Like someone made like a Hightail equivalent, and that was really cool. And then there was I has Cupquake, and then there was what's that other person? He was beefing with who? What's that person? With I with KSI Diamond. I'm trying to think of his name. The Diamond Minecart. He was beefing with him. More or less, the diamond minecart was beefing with, well, only said one thing about, um, you know, KSI and that Lunchly thing. Like, I respect that guy too. He made some really great videos when he was doing the mods and everything. And Yolanda's another creator who did like Alien versus Predator mod content. Like that was what he was doing strictly. He even was like talking with the developer of that mod and like would do like the mod casing, like showcase and like have like a storyline and everything. It was super cool. And it was more special because, I really like Alien versus Predator and like all that kind of stuff. The lore and of like predators, aka Yautjas, and xenomorphs, the aliens, like I really love that stuff. But yeah. How about you guys? When it comes to that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, also I didn't it came much later, obviously, but creators like Nikki Niachu, Rambo, like those people that blew up during like the 2020s. Like not ever like also Schlatt is another one. He's another great creator. Oh boy. I also take some influence from him. Some influence. But what about you guys? What's a creator or group of creators that you really enjoy? If you do. Who do Minecraft, I guess. Uh-oh. Come on. To be honest with you, if any person said me, if anyone ever said me, for some reason, oh my gosh! What was that? I got like 3 of them at the same time. I'll fill that up later. Anywho. Yeah. I think those are all the creators. Not all of those creators are good. Well, no. The ones I brought up, yes. But, what's that guy's name? Wilbur. Wilbur Soot? I used to like Wilbur. But then there was, things came out about him. And then I said, I can't, in good conscience, I couldn't support, like, a person like Wilbur. He had good music, and to my knowledge, he's making good music still. But I haven't listened to any recent stuff, so I can't really comment on that. But no, his yeah. It's a shame. Also Shovel is another good creator too. Oh my goodness, 3 of them. Come on. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Ah, come on. That was terrible. Let's go back to sleep. Oh, man. Perfect. Actually, let's throw this out. But we're not going to throw it into the lava. We're going to throw it down here. Where's the water? There it is. Here we go. I have this just because it's an easy way of getting down, but also it's also been kind of a feature with my kind of builds, actually. Like for a long time, and even with my first Minecraft world, I've always tried to put like a couple waterfalls coming down the mountain, just because it was a way of like keeping creatures away, but also like allowing me to go up and down. So that's why I put those there. Just it's kind of a thing that's always been a part of my how I build stuff. I just put those waterfalls there for that reason. So, you know. That's the one thing. Alright. We'll be right back over there in just one sec. Let's see. Oh. Okay. I need food. Oh wow, look how many cobblestone we still have. We have a lot. But, you know, I think we can use it to good use. Oh dear. Watermelon. Oh my gosh. Do any of you guys like watermelon actually? Hey, you know what actually? If we ever get to like 10 subs or something, I will try a watermelon on stream. If we ever get to 10 subs, I will try a watermelon on stream. And you will get my actual like reaction, I guess. So you know what? Yeah, there's an incentive. If we get to 10 subs, like if anyone, you know, if any of you guys subscribe and we get to 10 subs, I will try a watermelon for the first time. Sometimes, you know what? There's a good incentive now. There we go. Some people dye their hair for like for a stream. Like for like a sub goal. For me, like no, I'm already going to do that. Like I'm going to dye my hair dark blue. And it's going to be like, you know, it's going to be a first time I'm really going to dye my hair a non-natural color. I had my hair dyed black, like for a goth night. So, no, 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 no. Listen. I care about my hair way too much for it to be shaved off. But you know what? If you sub, okay, we get to 10 subs, I will try a watermelon. But if we ever get to 50 subs or anything, like people, like we get like 50 subscribers or something, I will do something special. I wouldn't dare do like a backflip because that could kill me, and I don't want to die at the young age of 25. I'm not going to do that, but if we ever do get to that point, we'll see about it. Oh no. And you know what? It's good incentive. Let's get to 10 subs. If you can, obviously. But yeah, that'll be fun. 10 subscribers. I shall eat a watermelon. Since I haven't given it a try, I will do it. And you know what? If we ever get to 20 subscribers ever, I will try fettuccine alfredo. Which, by the way, if you don't know, I don't like the smell of fettuccine alfredo, and I think it looks disgusting. Not gonna lie. How about you guys? What do you guys think of fettuccine alfredo? It's just like, ugh. Ugh. I don't know. Just something about it that it's always rubbed me the wrong way. Chicken Alfredo? Wait a minute. I think you might want to try chicken Alfredo. Maybe. I don't think. Wait, is there really a difference between that? Bro, you looking to eat? No. No. It's just I'm extremely picky. Like I'm known for that. And you know what? There's this thing when it comes to streamers, and not just streamers, but any kind of creator in general, where the viewer likes to see the creator being tortured. Like, I've noticed this, and you know what? Yes, since chicken Alfredo is like, oh man, you know what? I had some rice earlier, and I had like some hot sauce, and it was just good. Oh man, and it was straight out of like the rice cooker. Oh man. But you know what? Yeah. 20 subscribers, if we ever get to there, I will be tortured with eating chicken Alfredo. Or fettuccine Alfredo. I don't know. If we ever get to that point. But it's a good incentive. People like seeing creators being tortured. Not, well, sometimes like they'll like tune into a Mr. Beast video or something and see someone being like, you know, in that kind of situation where like, oh no, where they have to use their entire body, you know? Like, that's the thing I've noticed about it. Oh my. Okay, we're almost there. Once we get across this little pond or lake, well, no, it's a pond. I'll call it a pond. Once we pass this pond, like we're above it, that's when I will work towards going up the mountain. So, yeah. Oh man, look at this. This is taking a while, but you know what? It's fine. Okay. Here, let's just check something. There's a golem. Look how much cobblestone we still have. That's excellent. Alright. Let's plant this tree. There we go. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can try to hop on here. Oh. Woo! Crap. Alright. I was gonna go get something to drink, but you know what? I'm just gonna still push. I see my target, now I'm gonna continue. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's see. Oh dear. There's been a lot of creepers over there. Oh my. There's another one. Oh my god. This is like Creeper Alley, I guess. We need to fix that. But anywho. Perfect. This is going fantastic. But anywho, what else? Is there anything else I want to talk about? Let me think. Let me think. Something will come up. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Hold up. We're gonna go take care of this. Come on. Eat, eat, eat. Don't hurt my thing, Mr. Creeper. You can blow me up over here. Come on. Blow me up. Blow me up. Okay. You saw that creeper? It gave me an explosion, I guess. I don't know. Da, 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 da. Oh, by the way, I was thinking, like, for Valentine's Day, I was gonna do this one game, but I won't be in the country. Oh my gosh, another creeper? Oh my gosh. Fine, okay. Blow me again, come on. Oh gosh, another one? Okay, I guess I'm popular. Pause? No, we don't pause. We accept these. Alright, what else? Oh, but next year, for Valentine's Day, like, I was thinking for Valentine's Day, I could play this one game called Helltaker, and it would be super fun. It's a silly game, but basically, you play as the Helltaker. It's a puzzle game, but you want a demon harem, okay, of waifus. So you go to the pits of hell, and you how you say, you get their attention, and you're like, hey, I can make some chocolate pancakes for you. And then they're like, really? And then, like, you gain their affection, and then they join your demon harem. You know, for something silly and like, you know, that would be something pretty fun. Next, next Valentine's Day. You know. Oh dear. All right, let's see. Sadly, there isn't like a sequel or anything, but you know what? It's a perfect game. It would be super fun. Just you know, do that kind of thing. All right. Is there anything else? Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, I did say this earlier, but um I will be streaming this Saturday, Monday, and on on I say excuse me, Wednesday. No, sorry. Ugh. Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday. So that will be my schedule. Oh gosh. Never creeper. Won't I be alone? I want to be alone from these creepers. I've had so many on me recently. All right. We will be. Oh. Probably when we cross over this to this little pond, that's when we will. Excuse you, creeper. There's two of them that want. Three of them? Oh my gosh. Hold up. Take it in the face. There. In the face. There. Perfect. In the head. In the face. In the foot. But anywho, when we cross over to that pond, that's when I will get ready to end the stream. So once we cross over there. Yeah, yeah, definitely. They have a lot of them. They should cool it a little bit. Cool it, step bro. This is getting a little bit too much. All right. Okay. Yeah. This should be like known as Creeper Alley, I guess. That's just like it, I suppose. Then we're going to climb that mountain. Or we'll see about that. We'll see. Oh my gosh. I just noticed it's like 9:58. So it is getting a little bit late, but not too much. I do have work in the morning, but after that I'm like Boy, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube tomorrow. Then I'm probably also just going to like. I've shown it before on stream, but let me go grab it. It is funny, so just give me a sec. I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. It's Homer Simpson in his underwear, looking like Cupid with donuts. Mmm, donuts. Okay, just give me a sec. All right. Normally I wake up around 4:30 a.m. and hop on Kheow. What is that? I'm assuming it's some type of like game of some sort. You know, actually I wake up around like 5:30 in the morning, and then I just do stuff before I have to go to Amtrak trainer. Oh, cool, cool. That's cool. Nice. Uh-oh. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Very interesting indeed. All right. Oh my gosh. I went pretty far. Oh, cool, cool. Nice. Esports, I never really got into esports. Like, when I used to play a lot of Overwatch, like, I saw, like, a couple teams that were, um, you know, in the long. Well, no. Before you get into a game, sometimes you can, you know, look at the different options, and then you see like the esports thing, and then you're like, oh no, I could never be a professional esports athlete or esports player. Yeah, I don't know. That would be pretty hard. Actually, what are some really popular esports out there? Like, other than Overwatch and Fortnite. I believe Fortnite, you do esports or something. I don't know. If there is, it wouldn't surprise me. I swear, if like there are people who play like esports FIFA or like something like that, I'm like, didn't you? Maybe you should play like actual like soccer. I don't know. If I was that person, I would, you know, go play some soccer or something. I don't know. I guess I never really got soccer. I'm not really a sports person either. Madden. Oh yeah, yeah, Madden. That's another big one. Oh my goodness. Yeah. No, honestly, like, Mm, it's fascinating. You know, when it comes to Madden, obviously I know, people who play Madden, obviously. But when it comes to like content creators, I do know who play Madden. If any of you guys know the lovable S fan of OTK, I know OTK is now like essentially dead for a variety of reasons, but like, no, honestly, a really great creator who isn't controversial or you know just is like a lovable guy personally. That would be S fan. I really like S fan. He's really cool. When he plays like WoW, that's like classic WoW. That's he's good. Yeah. I also saw that he did like when the NFL's doing stuff, like he would uh, he would do like a oh, maybe they'll pick these people. I don't know what that's called. I can't remember. I don't watch sports. But what's that called when like mm, football teams start looking at like people to pick from colleges to mm, be a part of a NFL team? I don't know. I actually sat down and watched uh that stream. It had like a draft. Yeah, yeah. They um I watched his one stream from 2 years ago, I think, and it was him and Will Neff who were looking at different teams, and I don't know. I I may not be interested in sports, but I do find it interesting to listen to what people have to say of like how people really get in depth in it, and I can appreciate their how do you say their passion. Even though I may not care for it personally, the passion, if I see it in you, I'm like, yeah, at least he's having fun. At least they're having fun. When you see like the people like really getting into it and they're like, maybe for quarterback we could have this person from Auburn State or like this person from Michigan, and then you have like, yeah, but the running back, like we need a replacement or something. It's like, and they're having like they're fully into it. They're locked in. I appreciate that. I'm going to talk about the championship game tomorrow with the stats from ESPN. That's awesome, dude. You know, that's fantastic. It's that kind of stuff like where you can really let your nerd out. Like for sports people, when a sports fan says, "Oh, I'm not a nerd. I don't do any of that kind of stuff." No, you are a nerd, but only for this particular sport. Everyone has a nerd side of them. Like when someone is like a fan of Berserk, for example, and they're really into the lore and like, they know like all these different parts of the story and they know like these different characters. Yeah, I can appreciate the passion, you know? Just because, yeah, it's interesting. Very fun. Very fun indeed. Okay. We're going to go all the way up here. Ooh. Yeah, that we got all through all that cobblestone. We'll need some more cobble, and we'll do that on Saturday night. You know, if I could do speaking of sports, like you have like the announcer. For some reason, I'm mixing NFL football announcer thing with like WWE kind of stuff, you know, or like other kinds of professional sports like that. Like you have this person, they're like, in this corner we have Antonio the boxer, and in this corner we have Frank the destroyer, like that kind of stuff. You can only catch this live on twitch.tv/insert name. Like that kind of stuff. I don't know. I find that stuff funny. Okay. Before I end the stream, let me just find a place to put myself. I'll put it right here. Yes, let me grab this. One hatched! Hooray! Are you gonna hatch too? Okay. Here, let me just do this. Perfect. All right. Now, this is gonna be like the ending part of the stream. So, yeah, I do hope you guys have a great day tomorrow, Friday. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Come join us here on Twitch. And, yeah. Is there anything else? Is there anything you guys want to talk about before I end this, or anything? I'll be back on Saturday, roughly around the same time. So if there's anything you want to say, let me know. Before I end things here. I shall wait. Wow, it's 10:12. Cool. I'll wait. If you don't want to say anything, just let me know, and then I will say the see you laters. Maybe they're typing. I don't know. All right. Let me just check something. All right. Probably not. Okay. Well, I will see you guys on Saturday. Hope you guys have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world, or whenever you're watching this on YouTube. Stay happy, healthy, and everything in between. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.